Leading local tonight, the state continues to try to build its case against Nikki Entzel, accused of plotting to kill her husband, Chad Entzel. Brooke Williams was in the courtroom today as testimony continued in the case. Brooke, who did the state call to the stand today?
Nicholas, today we heard from a friend of Nikki Entzel's who testified that there were a number of conversations she had with Nikki in which Nikki described Chad as an abusive husband. And that's something that we've heard from many witnesses up until this point, that Nikki relayed to them that Chad would drink and become physically violent at times. State's Attorney Julie Lawyer working to raise doubt about whether that spousal abuse ever occurred.
Did she explain to you what the drinking games were?
Yes.
What did she say they were?
He would be drinking and he would ask her to do something. If not, she would be punished either verbally or hit.
Nikki Entzel's friend Michelle Mundy also testified that Entzel sent her photos showing her injuries.
You said she would show you pictures of bruises?
Yes.
Was there anything on the pictures that you could tell who the person was in the pictures?
No.
So what would the pictures be of?
I seen some, if I remember correctly, on her leg where she said that she'd fallen because Chad had pushed her.
The state also called Burleigh County Deputy Sheriff Brian Thompson to the stand. He testified about an unusual search made on Entzel's phone.
Line number 3 was an internet search through Google for the Weigel Funeral Home in Mandan.
What was significant about that?
It stood out to us because the search took place at 10:45 a.m. on January 2nd, which would have been a number of hours prior to Nikki Entzel knowing that Chad Entzel had passed away.
He also testified the investigation revealed Entzel and Earl Howard had a romantic relationship.
Other than the fact that they had a joint checking account, how did the account help you establish that they were in a romantic relationship?
One of the purchases for the account was at a adult novelty store.
And how did that establish that they were in a romantic relationship together?
So we actually went back and made contact with that store, looked at the items that were actually purchased, and then based on the fact that they were actually in Minneapolis together at that time.
On his cross, defense attorney Thomas Glass raised questions about whether someone else could have accessed Entzel's phone.
Would the record show that you had used it? It would be a number associated to you or to me?
If you picked up my phone,
Correct.
it would show that it's associated with me.
Okay.
The state is expected to continue its case tomorrow. And there was mention in the courtroom today that a rather long video will be played in court tomorrow, roughly an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes. So we'll have to wait and see what that video is and what it shows. Of course, once the state rests its case, it will be the defense's turn. Defense attorney Thomas Glass reserving his opening statement, so we have yet to hear that opening statement from him in this trial. Nicholas?
Brooke, okay, thank you very much.